Building a diversified portfolio with low-cost index funds sounds almost too simple in a world obsessed with stock-picking market timing and complex strategies. Precisely because it is simple, many investors underestimate its power. They assume simplicity means settling for average results. In reality, broad diversification combined with low costs is one of the most reliable ways ordinary investors achieve extraordinary long-term outcomes. Not because it is exciting, but because it systematically removes the most common causes of failure, concentration risk, behavioral mistakes, and unnecessary friction. At its core, a low-cost index fund portfolio is built on 1. Honest admission markets are competitive, information is widely shared, and consistently outsmarting millions of other participants is extremely difficult. Index funds do not try to be clever. They aim to capture the returns of the market itself by owning a broad slice of productive businesses. This approach shifts the investor's focus away from prediction and toward participation. Over time, participation, when combined with discipline, tends to win. Diversification is the first pillar. It is often misunderstood as owning many things, but true diversification is about owning different drivers of return. A single country, a single sector, or a handful of stocks can look diversified on paper while being exposed to the same economic forces. Low-cost index funds allow investors to spread exposure across regions, industries, company sizes, and sometimes asset classes with very little effort. This reduces the damage caused by any one mistake shock or unlucky period. The second pillar is cost control. Costs compound in the opposite direction of returns. Every percentage point lost to fees, trading costs, or tax inefficiency is a percentage point that never gets the chance to grow. Index funds are powerful, not because they outperform in any given year, but because they keep more of what markets already offer. Over decades, this difference becomes enormous. Many investors underestimate how destructive small recurring costs can be when compounded over a lifetime. Another strength of index investing is behavioral protection. Because index funds do not promise outperformance, they reduce the temptation to constantly tinker. There is no star manager to abandon after underperformance, no hot stock to chase, no narrative to defend. This emotional neutrality is a feature, not a flaw. Investors who succeed with index funds are not those who never feel fear or greed, but those who have fewer opportunities to act on them. A diversified index portfolio also scales well across life stages. Early on, it supports growth through broad equity exposure. As life becomes more complex, bonds and other stabilizing assets can be added using the same low-cost, diversified approach. The structure remains familiar while the balance adjusts. This continuity makes it easier to stay invested through transitions that often derail more complicated strategies. One of the most important insights is that diversification does not eliminate volatility. It makes volatility survivable. Markets will still decline. Index funds will still fall. The difference is that a diversified portfolio is less likely to suffer permanent damage. When one region struggles, another may recover. When one sector disappoints, others may lead. This balance gives time for compounding to do its work. Critics of index investing often point out that it guarantees average performance. This criticism misunderstands reality. Most active investors underperform the market after costs. Average market returns captured efficiently and held consistently often beat the majority of attempts to do better. The real competition is not against the index, it is against your own behavior. Index funds win that competition quietly. Building such a portfolio does not require perfect allocation or constant adjustment. It requires clarity of purpose, patience, and consistency. Small errors in allocation matter far less than big errors in behavior. A diversified, low-cost portfolio held through cycles usually outperforms a perfectly optimized portfolio that is abandoned during stress. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of index investing is that it frees attention. Instead of spending energy on predictions and noise, investors can focus on what truly matters: saving rate asset allocation, rebalancing discipline, and life goals. Investing becomes a support system rather than a constant source of anxiety. As markets evolve and products proliferate, the temptation to complicate portfolios never disappears. Yet the evidence remains stubbornly consistent. Broad diversification, low costs, and disciplined behavior form a foundation that is very difficult to beat over time. Understanding this foundation is the first step. Knowing how to actually construct such a portfolio, decide which index funds to include, how to balance them, and how to maintain the structure without overthinking it, is the next. And that is exactly where we need to go next, by examining how to actually construct and maintain a diversified low-cost index fund portfolio without drifting into overconfidence or unnecessary complexity, because simplicity only works when it is applied with intention. The first step is deciding on a core structure, and for most investors, this means starting with broad equity and bond exposure. A total stock market index fund provides ownership across industries and company sizes, capturing overall economic growth rather than betting on specific winners. An international equity index adds diversification across regions' currencies and economic cycles, reducing reliance on a single country's future. Together, these form the growth engine of the portfolio. Bonds play a different role. They are not included to maximize returns, but to stabilize behavior and reduce the severity of drawdowns. A broad, high-quality bond index fund offers diversification against equity risk and provides liquidity when markets are under stress. The exact stock-bond mix is less important than choosing one you can hold through difficult periods. An allocation that looks optimal on paper but causes panic in real life is inferior to a slightly less aggressive one that you can maintain consistently. Once the core is defined, resist the urge to over-customize. Many investors dilute the power of index investing by adding too many funds that overlap heavily. More funds do not equal more diversification. Often, they just add complexity. A small number of well-chosen index funds can already provide exposure to thousands of companies and multiple asset classes. If you cannot clearly explain why a fund exists in the portfolio, it probably does not need to be there. Rebalancing is the maintenance mechanism that keeps simplicity effective. Over time, markets will pull the portfolio away from its intended shape. Rebalancing once or twice a year restores alignment by trimming what has grown too large and adding to what has lagged. This discipline enforces buy low, sell high behavior without prediction. It also prevents risk from concentrating silently during strong market runs. Rebalancing should be rule-based, not emotional. Cost awareness must remain ongoing, not just at the beginning. Expense ratios, trading fees, and tax inefficiencies quietly compound in the wrong direction. Choosing index funds with consistently low costs and minimizing unnecessary transactions preserves the compounding advantage that makes this strategy powerful. Over decades, this discipline often matters more than marginal differences in allocation. Perhaps the most important rule is to leave the portfolio alone between reviews. Low-cost index investing succeeds because it minimizes decisions. The moment you start reacting to headlines, predictions, or short-term underperformance, the advantage erodes. The portfolio should change because your life changes, not because markets are noisy. This boundary protects simplicity from turning into complacency. In the end, building a diversified portfolio with low-cost index funds is not about doing less because you do not care. It is about doing less because you understand where effort actually pays off. Saving consistently, staying invested, controlling costs, and rebalancing calmly outperform constant tinkering almost every time. This approach rarely produces dramatic stories, but it quietly produces durable results. If this framework resonates with you, consider subscribing to stay with these long-form conversations that focus on discipline over complexity, and leave a comment sharing what tempts you most to complicate your portfolio, because recognizing that temptation is often the key to resisting it.